Our topic for today is geometrical properties of circles. सबसे पहले we are going to discuss symmetric properties of circle. One of the properties says that if you okay before we do this chapter, you must be aware of what the definition of the parts of a circle. For example, if you what is a chord, what is a radius, what is a circumference, all these things needs to be cleared out. Okay, so if there is a line that passes through if there is a line L that passes through the center of the circle and is perpendicular to the chord AB of the circle, then the line bisects the chord AB. So the first property says that if you know that there is a line, this line that is passing through the center of the circle and is perpendicular to the chord, in this case, let's say PQ is a chord, then this line that was passing through the center and is perpendicular to the chord is going to bisect the chord. Bisect means it is going to divide the chord into two halves. So PQ is going to be bisected into two equal parts, PN and NQ. Similarly, if there is a line passing through the center and is perpendicular to another chord AB, then this line is going to bisect the chord AB. Now, what does that mean? That if the chord has a length, if the chord AB has a length of 12, then the half of this chord AM is going to be 6 centimeter and MB is going to be 6 centimeter. This is one of the property. Now, there are three ways of saying the same property. ये जो तीन steps लिखे हैं, these are basically the same property. It's just the other way of saying it. पहले में तो आपको कहा कि अगर कोई line pass कर रही है center से and is perpendicular to the chord, then the line is going to bisect the chord. Second way it says कि if you know that there is a line passing through the center of a circle and it is bisecting, then it must be perpendicular to the chord. And in third statement it says that if you know that there is a line that is bisecting the chord and is perpendicular, then the chord must pass through the center of the circle. Do you understand this property number one?
Yes.
If I know the chord AB, that is, and the line is bisecting the chord and is perpendicular, then the line must pass through the center of the chord. So that was property number one.
The line will divide the chord into two halves, right? Two equal halves.
Yes, that is what the meaning of bisect is. Bisect means कि दो equal parts में divide कर देता है. Okay, so that was property number one. The next property is that if you know that the two chords A, B, and CD are equal, then in a circle, if the two chords are of equal length, then they must be equal. They must be at an equal distance from the center of the circle. So the distance from the center of the circle must be same if the chords are equal, or vice versa. You can also say like you can also say this property with this statement that chords that are equally apart from the center must be equal in length. So either you can say equal chords are equidistant from the center of the circle, or you can say that chords that are equidistant from the center of a circle must be equal in length. So in this case, AB chord, the length of AB must be equal to the length of CD if you know that the two distances are equal. Or if you are given that the chords are equal, then their distance from the center must be equal. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. The next property is related to the tangent being made at a point. So tangent at a point of contact. So PX serves as a tangent line to the point X. If you connect O and X, this is your radius. So the tangent and the radius are always perpendicular to each other. So the property says that the tangent at a point of contact is perpendicular to the radius of the circle. Any problem in this property?
No, sir.
Okay. The next property says that tangents from an external point are equal in length, meaning if there is a tangent being made from point P, so one of the tangents is going to be made at a point A and the other is going to be made at a point B. Now these are tangents, so obviously the angle between the radius and the tangent is always going to be 90 degrees. Okay, so tangents from an external point are equal in length. So from one point, you can have two tangents to the circle, and they must both be equal in length. So the length of PA must be equal to the length of PB. Okay, so the length of PA must be equal to the length of PB.
Okay.
Okay, and now let's have a discussion about the angle. So see, these triangle PAO and triangle PBO are congruent triangles. Now, if they are congruent triangles, then that means that the corresponding lengths are equal in length and the corresponding angles are equal. They are exactly, you can say, identical. So this means that the radius, the two sides AO and BO are equal. The length PA and PB are equal. And you can clearly see that PO is a common length between them. So if all the corresponding sides are equal, then all the corresponding angles must also be equal. So that means that if this angle is 26, this angle is also 26. Okay. And to find this angle POB, you can you can add the three angles and equate it to 180. So POB is going to come out to 64. If this is 64, then Nawal, what is going to be this angle equal to?
64.
64. So what is the angle POA? Twice of 64?
Yes.
That is 128. And the angle APB is equal to twice of 26. That is 52. Now this property is going to make sense. The line from the center of a circle to the external point P is bisecting the angle between the two tangents from the external point. So this angle and this angle is bisected. Initially, this complete angle was 52 because the line from the center of a circle to the external point is bisecting the angle 26 and 26. Is this property clear? Any questions so far in the four properties that I've mentioned?
No, sir.
Okay. How are you taking notes of these properties? I did send you the handout. Were you able to take a printout of it?
No, sir. I will today.
Okay. Then if you will say, I'll stop and let you note down the working. Or what you can do is you can take the screenshot at the end as well.
Sir, I'll take the screenshots.
Okay, but I recommend that you do the questions with me. Okay, I want you to attempt the questions with me.
Okay.
So find the values of x and y in each case. In the first question over here, you have a circle and these two dash means that the two lengths are equal. This one dash means that these two lengths are equal. You need to understand this diagram and find the value of x and y. Okay, to start off with, let's find the value of x. If, see, this is radius and this is radius. And the line is dividing the chord BC into two halves. So as per the property, if the line, if you know that the line is passing through the center and divides the chord BC into two equal halves, do you agree that this angle is going to be 90 degrees?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if this angle is 90 degrees, then what can you say about the angle S? Consider,
It will be
try to consider
37.
triangle. Yes, 19 minus 53, that is 37 degrees. Okay, good. Now help me find Y. I'll give you a hint. Consider triangle ABC. Well, triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So can I say that these two angles, this complete angle and this complete angle, are going to be equal? Would you agree with that? If it's
Yes.
an isosceles triangle, then angle C must be equal to angle B. So angle C is x plus y. So angle B is also x plus y. So 2 times of x plus y plus 56 should be equal to 180. You already have the value of x as 37. Okay. You're going to solve this. So y is going to come out as 180 minus 56 divided by 2, that is 62. 62 take away 37, which is 25 degrees. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now try to do the next one. Hello?
Yes.
Did you try this one?
I'm trying, sir.
Okay. So you have been given triangle AOB and DOC. These two lengths are equal, and this is DO and OC is the radius. Similarly, AO and OB is the radius. So that means that the two triangles are congruent. So the corresponding angles are going to be equal and the corresponding lengths are equal. So if let's find out this angle. Angle OAB is going to be 180 take away 116,
64.
which is 64. So if this is 64 degrees, then this is also 64 degree, and
Yes.
this angle is going to be 2 times 64, 128, 180 minus
52.
100, 52. So this is also going to be 52, and this then x, therefore x is also going to be 64. Yeah.
Yes.
What can you say about y? 52 plus 52 plus 146 plus y must be equal to, if you add all the angles on a point, what is the
360.
sum equal to? It's equal to
360.
360. So you are going to equate it to 360 and find the value of y, please.
110.
110. Okay, great. Okay, let's try this one now. AB and AC are tangents to the circle center O, and angle and the line AOD is a straight line. AOD is a straight line, AC and AB are the tangents to the circle, center O. Given that angle BAD is 24, find the value of AOB. You need to find the value of AOB, this angle. What is the first step that comes to your mind? It, can you recall a property that said that tangent from an external point are equal in length, and hence the angle is also going to be bisected? The tangent and the radius are always
Yes.
going to make an angle of 90 degrees. So if you consider this triangle OAB, you already know that this angle is 90 degrees. To find angle AOB, what you can do is you can add 90 and 24 and subtract the answer from 180. Is that correct?
Yes.
So if you do that, what is the answer that you are getting?
66.
66. Okay. Then to find OBD, where is OBD? This angle. OBD is here. Now consider triangle OBD. It's an isosceles triangle. So if whatever angle OBD is, angle ODB is also going to be the same. So all you need to know is to find the angle BOD. The question already said that AOD is a straight line. If AOD is a straight line, then what is angle BOD going to be equal to? If AOD is a straight line, what is angle BOD going to be equal to?
114 degrees.
114 degree. Yes, 180 minus 66. That is
66.
114 degree, right? So if this is 114 degree, then can I say that 114 plus 2 times of OBD is equals to 180? And from here I can find OBD as 180 minus 114 divided by 2.
33 degrees.
33 degrees, right? Okay, then for part C, BCD, angle BCD, they are referring to this angle BCD. Okay, any suggestions? How do you plan on finding BCD? Okay, BCD, one of the property that we are going to discuss in the coming question is the angle at the center is equal to angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So right now I'm just telling you this, but in the coming questions I can explain you that property as well. Angle at the center, which is this BOD, and angle at the circumference is BCD. So every time angle at the circumference is going to be half the angle at the center, or you can say angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So if BOD is 114 degrees, then BCD should be half of 114 degrees, that is 57 degrees. Okay, I'm going to explain this property in the coming class, in the next question.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
are you clear with this?
Yes.
Okay, this is the property. Angle properties of circle. Let me Previously, we looked at symmetric properties of the circle. Now we are looking at the angle properties of the circle. Property number one says the angle at the center of a circle is always going to be twice the angle at the circumference subtended by the same arc. So angle at the center, if you have a circle and if you consider AB as the imaginary chord, then AOB is the angle at the center from the same chord, and APB is the angle at the circumference from the same chord. So the property says that angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference, which means that if this is x degrees, then this angle at the center is going to be 2x degrees. Now there are various ways you can have this property diagram. Okay, consider this diagram, diagram B. The chord AB. Now this time the diagram is drawn in such a way that you're going to consider the reflex angle as the angle at the center, and the angle at the circumference is going to be AQB over there. So for example, if I give you that angle AOB is 100 degrees and I ask you to find angle AQB, you should do the following. You know this is 100, then the remaining angle is going to be 260 degrees. This is the angle that you are going to consider to be the angle at the center. Now, if the angle at the center is 260, then angle at the circumference is going to be half of that. So AQB is going to be half of 260, that is 130. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Consider the next diagram. Over here, AOB is not a chord, it's a diameter, and it's a straight line. So the angle at the center is 180 degrees. So if I draw the angle at the circumference from the same chord, it's going to be half of 180, that is 90 degrees. Consider the next diagram. AOP is a diameter. This is the angle at the center. And from the same chord, this is the angle at the circumference. So the ratio is going to be 2:1. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Other way you can have this diagram is this. Consider AB as a chord. You have AOB as the angle at the center and APB as the angle at the circumference. So angle at the center is going to be twice the angle at the circumference. If this is 25 degrees, then AOB is going to be 50 degrees. All right.
Yes, sir.
Is this okay? Try to remember the properties, please. Okay, the next property is that angle in the semicircle is equal to 90 degrees. In the previous property, we saw that if AOB is a diameter, then it's a straight line, and the straight line has an angle of 180 degrees. So the angle that this diameter is making at the circumference is going to be half of the angle at the center. So hence, this comes out to be 90 degrees. Now we have this as another property, and we say that angle in the semicircle is always going to be 90 degrees. So if I connect point Z with A and B, I know that this angle is always going to be 90 degrees. Okay, because it is the angle in the semicircle. And for the application of this property, you should have AB as a diameter, not a chord. Is this okay?
Yes.
Okay, coming to the next property. The next property says that angle in the same segment are equal. Now, same segment means that consider the chord AB. If I try to make one triangle APB, triangle APB has the same chord AB, and triangle AQB has a chord AB as well. So I'm going to call these two angles to be equal because these two angles are in the same segment. So angles in the same segment are always equal. So if this is 100 degrees, then this value is also 100 degrees. Angle APB is 100, then and you are asked to find AQB, then AQB angle is going to be equal to angle APB, which is 100 degrees. And you are going to write the property that angle in same segment are equal. Okay. The same thing can be said for angle AXB and AYB. Because they have been originated from the same chord AB, then angle AXB and AYB are in the same segment. So as per the property, the two angles must be same. AXB must be equal to AYB. Now, whatever the value is, but they are going to be same. Okay, and the reason is going to be the same. That is, angle in the same segment are equal. Is this property clear? So the first
Yes,
property
yes.
was angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. The second property is that the angle in the semicircle is 90 degrees. This was the third property that said angle in the same segment are equal. Now moving on to the next property. Now you can see that the angles are being made from the same chord but are in the opposite segment. One is to the top of the chord AB, one is to the bottom of the chord AB, so the segments are equal. I hope you understand the term segment because this is the major segment, this is the minor segment. So there are two segments.
Yes, sir.
The chord AB divides the circle into two segments. So as far as the property is concerned, it says that angle in the opposite segments are supplementary. Now, what does supplementary mean? That if you add the two angles AQB and AXB, their sum must be equal to 180. Which means that if I know one of the angle as 50 degrees, okay, if I know this angle as 50 degrees, I can easily find the next angle given the fact that that angle is being made in the opposite segment. So that is going to be 180 minus 50, okay, which is going to be 130 degrees. Is that correct? Is that okay? You understand the concept?
So can you explain this again?
Yeah. I I said that the property says that angle in the opposite segment are supplementary, which means that if you treat AB as a chord, there is a segment to the top of the chord, there is a segment to the bottom of the chord. So there are two angles being made. One is at the top of the chord, the other is in the next down segment. So these two are the opposite segments. So angle in the opposite segments are supplementary, which means that their sum must be added up to 180 degrees. So if I know one of the angle, if I know that these two angles are in the opposite segment, and if you know the value of AQB as 50 degrees, you can easily find the angle at AXB by taking 50 away from 180. So that is going to give you 130. We also call this you can see that there is a quadrilateral being made, and this quadrilateral has all the four vertices on the circumference of the circle, and this is known as the cyclic quadrilateral. A cyclic quadrilateral is a quadrilateral that has all the 4 points on all the four vertices on the circumference. So if all the four vertices are on the circumference, that means that the opposite angles are always going to be supplementary, meaning this angle added up with this angle must add up to 180 degrees. And similarly, angle A added up with angle B over here must add up to 180 degrees because opposite segment है. समझ आ रही है बात?
जी सर.
Okay. Okay, the next property says that angle between the tangent, this is the tangent DA, and this is the chord AC. Angle between the tangent at the chord and the chord at the point of contact. The point of contact is A. So the angle between the tangent and the chord at the point of contact is equal to the angle subtended by the chord in the alternate segment. So this is one of the segment, this is the alternate segment. So this angle is equal to the angle subtended by the chord in the alternate segment. So if you know that this angle is y, this angle is also going to be equal to y. Again, if this is the tangent and this is the chord, and the angle subtended by the tangent and the chord at the point of contact A is x degrees, then this angle is equal to the angle subtended in the alternate segment by the chord. So it is this angle C is also equal to x degrees. Are you clear with the property?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay. I want you to try this question and then I can help you. Angle AOD is the diameter of a circle of center O. Given that BDO is x and BDC is 2x, write down in terms of x BOC. BOC is this angle. Try to recall all the properties that you have studied with me so far, the angle properties, or देखो कि how can you work out the angle BOC? BOC means angle at the center. Is there an angle from the same chord that is being made on the circumference? What is the chord? What is the chord over here? In the triangle BOC, would you agree that
BC.
BC is going to serve as a chord?
Yes, sir.
सही है BC अगर chord है कौन सा वाला BDC
सर आपकी आवाज लैग कर रही है.
you can say the center है तो ये twice the angle at, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
अब आवाज सही आ रही है या
सर आपकी आवाज बहुत अटक रही है.
सो हम बात कर रहे थे एंगल BOC की. BOC जो है वो एंगल एट द सर्कम सेंटर है. सो एंगल एट द सेंटर इज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू ट्वाइस द एंगल एट द सर्कमफ्रेंस, दैट इज BDC. सो अगर BDC का एंगल 2x है तो BOC is going to be fast to find angle ABO, which is this angle. So how can we find angle ABO? लेंगे एंगल ABO. सबसे पहले you consider the triangle BCO. This is an isosceles triangle. आपने अभी ये वाला एंगल निकाल लिया है, that comes out to be 2x. So if I ask you what is angle OBC equal to, you know that it's an isosceles triangle. So OBC is going to be 180 minus 2x minus 4x, because this angle was 4x. 180 minus 4x upon 2. So this comes out to be 90 minus 2x. ये वाला जो एंगल आएगा माइनस 2x आएगा, ये एंगल भी माइनस 2x है. तो ये वाला एंगल क्या होगा? ABO. या ये भी कर सकते थे आप, ये इस तरह कर लो तो ज्यादा बेहतर हो जाएगा. Try to find angle OBD. Amal, would you agree that triangle OBD OD भी रेडियस है आपका, OB भी रेडियस है. तो अगर ये दोनों रेडियस है और ये एंगल x है, तो क्या कैन आई से दैट ये एंगल x होगा?
जी सर.
अच्छा, अगर ये एंगल x है, अब one of the property that we did was angle in the semicircle is 90 degree. So AOD is a diameter. So ABD is 90 degree and OBD is x. So what is ABO going to be equal to? ये वाला एंगल किसके इक्वल होगा? ABO. Would you agree that this angle, ये total angle ABD 90 था और ये x है, तो ABO is going to be equal to 90 minus x. समझ आ रहा है या
Yes,
सब सर के ऊपर से जा रहा है?
नहीं समझ आ रहा.
ठीक है. पार्ट में पूछा है COD is this angle. What can you say about OD is also I. So these angles are x plus 2x, that is 3x. So yes, COD must be equal to 180. is going to be equal to 180.
सर आप ये पार्ट फिर से समझा देंगे, आपकी आवाज लैग हो रही थी तो आवाज नहीं.
यहाँ तक ओके. अभी आवाज सही है?
जी सर.
तो ट्रायंगल COD, एंगल COD निकाल रहे हैं. तो ट्रायंगल COD आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल है. ये जो एंगल D है ये टोटल हो जाएगा 3x, x plus 2x 3x, और ये एंगल भी 3x होगा क्योंकि ये भी रेडियस है, ये भी रेडियस है, तो आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल बन रहा है. ये 3x, ये 3x, और एंड दिस एंगल is needed to be found out. To find out, so 3x plus 3x is 6x plus COD equals to 180. So COD is going to be 180 minus 6x. Clear?
ओके सर.
Okay. Consider this question. O is the center of a circle. OC is parallel OC is parallel to BA and AOC is 132. Calculate OAB. OAB. So the question wants you to calculate this angle OAB. अच्छा, अब सोचो ये वाला एंगल कैसे आ सकता है आपके पास?
सर सेमी सर्कल में 90 डिग्री होता है।
तो सेमी सर्कल तो यहाँ बन ही नहीं रहा, ओरिजिन तो ये है, डायमीटर है ही नहीं, एसी कॉर्ड है। अगर मैं आपको ये बताता हूँ कि ये दोनों लाइंस पैरेलल हैं, सो व्हाट कैन यू से अबाउट दीज टू एंगल्स?
सेम होंगे।
इस तरीके की डायग्राम बनती, ऑल्टरनेट एंगल होते हैं। यहाँ पे तो पैरेलल लाइंस, सो दी OAB is nothing but 180 minus 130. ठीक है? Now, how are you going to find angle ABC? ABC. Try to make use of the proper. ज़हन में आती है ABC को। Do you remember that this angle is 132, then you can find reflex angle. It is going to give you reflex. 82 is 228 degree. Then angle was at 228 is the angle at the center. ABC angle at the center. That is 228. Half of 228 is 140. एंगल एट सर्कमफ्रेंस। इस तरीके से प्रॉपर्टी देख सकते, प्लीज लेट मी नो। आवाज आ रही है इसी तरह?
जी सर।
कोई ऐसी चीज जो समझ में नहीं आए प्लीज आओ सर।
नहीं सर, समझ आ गया।
ऐसे समझ आए कि आप खुद से अटेम्प्ट कर लेंगी अगर ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आए तो।
सर ये वाले क्वेश्चंस सर मुश्किल लग रहे हैं, मगर प्रैक्टिस करूंगी तो हो जाएंगे।
ओके, अब आपके पास दो सर्कल्स हैं, ठीक है, एंड इट इज गिवन दैट EF इज अ कॉमन कॉर्ड। EF इज अ कॉमन कॉर्ड। ये दो सर्कल्स जो हैं बेसिकली ओवरलैप कर रहे हैं एंड EF इज अ कॉमन कॉर्ड। एंगल EAF is 38, angle EGF is 66, angle BCD is 88. You need to calculate angle ABF. ABF, which is this angle. So ये वाला एंगल अब हमें निकालना है. जितनी भी प्रॉपर्टीज आपने पढ़ी हैं सब अप्लाई करनी है और चेक करना है कि कौन सी अप्लाई होती है और किस तरीके से ये एंगल आप निकाल सकते हैं. अच्छा, एक मिसकंसेप्शन यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स को ये हो जाता है कि वो जल्दबाजी में पॉइंट जी को सेंटर बना देते हैं. यहाँ पे तो कहीं नहीं लिखा हुआ ना कि जी सेंटर है. तो ए बी एफ वाला जो एंगल है वो आ रहा है आपके पास फ्रॉम द कॉर्ड ए एफ. टू बी इक्वल टू जाए इसी तरीके से. तो प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल अप्लाई करते हैं. तो E इज अ साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल, वो छोटे वाले सर्कल का अगर ये एंगल 80 ऑपोजिट एंगल्स आर
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ
ऑपोजिट
रही,
एंगल्स क्या होते हैं?
बहुत लाउड पे थी.
हेलो,
सर आपकी आवाज.
ठीक. सो वी वर ऑन दिस क्वेश्चन. We discussed so far कि this angle, point E, C, D, F are lying on the circumference of a circle. Hence, there is a cyclic quadrilateral being formed. Cyclic quadrilateral में नवाल क्या होता था कि अगर आपको ये पता है opposite angle 88 है, तो उसके opposite angle ये जो angle F है EFD वो क्या होगा 180 minus 88, क्योंकि supplementary होते थे. So 180 minus 88 is 92. ठीक है ना बात?
जी सर.
तो ये वाला एंगल अगर 92 है नवाल, तो ए एफ डी तो स्ट्रेट लाइन है, तो ये वाला एंगल क्या होगा? ये होगा 180 माइनस 92 88. ठीक है, अब ये वाला ट्रायंगल कंसिडर करो ए एफ ई. ये अगर 38 है, ये 88 है, तो ये एंगल ई कितना होगा?
$54.
54. और अगर ये 54 है तो ये वाला एंगल क्या होगा? एंगल इन द सेम सेगमेंट्स आर
54 ही होगा.
इक्वल. सो ये भी 54 होगा. अब इसकी वर्किंग आप ऐसे शो करती एग्जाम में, आपको रीजंस के साथ लिखना होगा. तो सबसे पहले आपने ये फाइंड करने के लिए व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट एंगल दैट यू फाउंड? EFD. You said that this is going to be 180 minus 88, that is 92 degree. और रीज़न क्या बताया? साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल. या साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल लिख लो, या फिर आप ये भी लिख सकती थी कि एंगल इन दी ऑपोजिट सेगमेंट्स आर सप्लीमेंट्री. जब ये वाला एंगल आ गया, देन यू ट्राई टू फाइंड एंगल AFE. AFE is 180 minus 92, that is 88. angle on a straight line. इसके बाद जब AFE आ गया तब आपने AEF फाइंड किया. That came out to be 180 minus 38 plus 88, which is 54 degree. ठीक है, that was angle in a triangle. Then you said that ABF is going to be equal to AEF, that is 54 degree. और reason क्या बताया? Angle in the same segment are equal. समझ आई बात?
जी सर.
नेक्स्ट पार्ट कह रहा है एंगल ADC. ADC is basically this angle. अब ये एंगल किसी तरीके से आपको फाइंड करना है. अब डायग्राम को समझने की कोशिश करो. जो जो एंगल्स आपके पास आ गए वो तो आ गए. ये एंगल आ सकता है अगर मेरे पास किसी तरीके से ये वाला एंगल आ जाए, क्योंकि साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल की प्रॉपर्टी अप्लाई हो जाएगी. अब देखो ये वाला एंगल कैसे आ सकता है, ये सोचने वाली बात है. ये वाला एंगल ऐसे आ सकता है, BEC स्ट्रेट लाइन है. अगर मुझे ये वाला एंगल पता चल जाए BEA, तो शायद मैं उसको 54 के साथ ऐड करके 180 में से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर सकता हूँ. सबसे पहले आप ये कर सकती हो कि आप ये वाला एंगल फाइंड कर लो. ये 66 है, ये 54 है. तो नवाल अगर ये 66 है, ये 54 है, ये वाला एंगल क्या होगा? BFE. BFE एंगल कैसे फाइंड करूंगा मैं?
सर हम 90 से माइनस करेंगे.
देखो ये ट्रायंगल बन रहा है ना, BFE 90 तो नहीं है, ये टोटल एंगल 88 था. अब ये ट्रायंगल चेक करो, ये 66 है, ये 54 है, तो ये वाला एंगल आ सकता है 180 माइनस 66 माइनस 54.
जी.
ये मेरे पास आ रहा है 60 डिग्री. 180 माइनस 66 माइनस 54, 60 डिग्री. अब जब ये वाला एंगल 60 डिग्री है और ये टोटल एंगल 88 था, तो ये वाला एंगल कितना आ जाएगा? BFA आ जाएगा 88 माइनस 60. 88 माइनस 60 कितना होता है? 28. सही है यहाँ तक?
जी.
अगर ये एंगल 28 है तो क्या आप एग्री करते हो ये एंगल भी 28 होगा?
जी.
तो 54 प्लस 28 करके 180 में से माइनस करके ये वाला एंगल आपके पास कितना आ जाएगा? 98. अगर ये एंगल 98 है नवाल, तो ये एंगल D कितना होगा? 180 माइनस 98. सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल है, साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल है. 80.
समझ आ गया सर.
समझ आ गया?
जी.
ठीक है. ओके, अब ये ट्राई करते हैं. O is the center of a circle. AOP is 88. AOP is 88. And PBD is 14. ये जो POB है ना, ये एक स्ट्रेट लाइन है. ठीक है. अब आपको क्या फाइंड करना है? यू नीड टू फाइंड एंगल ADB. ADB, यानी कि ये वाला एंगल। सही है। तो सबसे पहले आप क्या ये कहना सही है कि अगर ये एंगल 88 है तो ये एंगल हो जाएगा 180 माइनस 88। नवाज ये वाला एंगल कितना हो जाएगा? अगर ये पूरा एंगल 180 था, ये 88 है, तो ये वाला एंगल कितना हो जाएगा?
92.
92। 180 माइनस 88, 92। इफ दिस एंगल इज 92, अब ये वाला एंगल जो है वो है AOB, एंगल एट द सेंटर, और ADB है एंगल एट द सर्कमफ्रेंस, क्योंकि सेम कॉर्ड है AB। So angle at the circumference is what as compared to angle at the center?
Half.
Half. So 92 का half is 46। ये आंसर होगा ADB का। अब नेक्स्ट पार्ट में BCD निकालना है। B, ये 46 आ गया। अब BCD, ये वाला एंगल। ओके, BCD ऐसे आ सकता है कि अगर आप ये चेक कर लो कि पॉइंट C, पॉइंट D, पॉइंट A और पॉइंट B सब सर्कमफ्रेंस पे लाई करते हैं, तो ये वाला एंगल निकालने के लिए अगर आप किसी तरीके से ये वाला एंगल निकाल लो तो आप सेक्टर क्वाड्रेट्रल की प्रॉपर्टी लगा सकते हो। अब ये है कि ये एंगल कैसे आएगा। नवाल, मैं ये वाला एंगल निकाल सकता हूँ, OAB और OBA, क्योंकि ये रेडियस है, ये भी रेडियस है। इनकी वैल्यू कितनी आएगी? हाँ नवाल, ये आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल बन रहा है ना, क्योंकि OB भी रेडियस है, OA भी रेडियस है।
जी सर.
तो फिर इनकी वैल्यू क्या आएगी? इन दोनों एंगल्स की वैल्यू क्या होगी? OAB, अगर ये OAB है तो ये भी वही एंगल है, तो ट्वाइस ऑफ OAB प्लस 92 इक्वल्स टू 180। सो आप मुझे OAB की वैल्यू बताओ कितनी आ रही है?
44.
44 डिग्री। ठीक है, अब 44 डिग्री अगर ये आ गई है आपके पास, तो ये भी 44 है, ये भी 44 है। अच्छा,
जी.
अब आप कंसिडर करो ये वाला पूरा ट्रायंगल ADB। इस ट्रायंगल AD में आपको ये पता है कि ये वाला जो एंगल है वो है 14 प्लस 44, ये वाला एंगल है 46, और ये वाला एंगल है, इसको कुछ भी कह दो, x प्लस 44 कह दो। ठीक है, सबको ऐड करोगे किसकी इक्वल आएगा? 180 के, क्योंकि ट्रायंगल है। तो नवाल मुझे यहाँ से x, इस वाले एंगल की वैल्यू निकाल के दो, x की वैल्यू फाइंड करके दो।
ओके सर.
हाँ जी, क्या वैल्यू आ रही है x की?
सर 1 मिनट कैलकुलेट कर रही हूँ.
मेरे पास इसकी वैल्यू 32 आ रही है।
जी सर, मेरे पास भी 32 आ रही है।
ठीक है, अब देखो एंगल ए जो है पूरा वो है 32 + 44 जो कि बनता है 76 डिग्री। अब ये पूरा एंगल अगर 76 है तो क्वेश्चन ने कहा था बी सी डी फाइंड करना है जो कि इसका सप्लीमेंट एंगल है। तो 180 में से 76 माइनस कर दो तो आपके पास आ जाएगा 104 डिग्री। सो दिस एंगल इज़ 104। एक मतलब सुकून से ये क्वेश्चन गो थ्रू कर लो, मुझे बताओ इफ़ यू नीड एनी हेल्प।